Yeah.
Yeah. He was asking, could he swear him in tonight?
J. Paul did it. He swore me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well.
Hey, I will need a motion and a second.
Okay.
And everybody, all will go through that process.
Also, somebody, when they all come back in,
No.
let everybody know that there was a decision made.
And then we were talking, can you swear him in tonight?
Yes. Well, I can, but I don't have the paperwork.
Didn't you do that with Ernie? And swear him in?
Yeah, when they brought paperwork, it's Joe going out of the house.
He's coming home Thursday. He's up to 4 pounds, 13.
Look it up, Google.
I can. He still has to sign it. He has to sign it in May.
Our other
Form and all that
one.
stuff. What,
I think you can do it in the world. I mean, it's not as cheap.
Now, how many is it?
yeah, I'll ask you.
To Dixie and Sean.
Did anybody tell everybody they could come in?
Oh,
Can
no.
you tell him? I will.
Well, Billy's.
Dixie will be 17.
Yeah.
Dude, I took him to them.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he showed me stuff.
Y'all come back in.
Like the look on now. Had no clue. Wouldn't even know. Told me how to pattern. Told me how to pattern that bottom barrel to make sure both barrels were shut the same. I got you can't just mine.
Got it already. Oh,
No. So I've got a huge hanger.
I'll start coughing.
He knows how.
Maybe I can come over.
High school don't have it.
Where I'm at right now, I don't want to get no.
Oh, okay.
Because he's got to get on the state this year.
Yeah.
Being the first year, he's got 3 more years of that left.
Maybe
We go to Truman. Truman is not.
I just called him over.
There they are.
We ain't gonna say what he was calling it. I can only imagine.
All right, let me let Gary get over so he can get us back around on Facebook or on YouTube. Devin, when you're ready.
We'd already be right. All right, I'm gonna call the meeting. We don't need that. I'm gonna call the meeting back to order. I'm gonna say this: the city council did not take this situation lightly. Why it took so long? We want to make sure that the council wanted to do what was right for the city of Truman, what was best for the city of Truman. decision on what we were discussing, was filling this seat, seat 3, or seat 1 position, Ward 3, position 1. I'll get it out in a minute. So they have made a decision, and at this time, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion we pick Brandon Schrader as Ward 3, position 1.
Second.
Motion made by Ernie Link to select Brandon Schrader. Second by Brett Parker. Any discussion? Not hearing any. I'm going to ask Ms. Toddy if she will take a roll call vote, please.
Brett Parker.
4.
Bonnie Winkles.
4.
Ernie Lane.
4.
Billy Pope.
4.
John Paul Thompson.
4.
Jason Stewart.
4.
Carol Candida Robinson. 4. Cindy Wood. 4.
All right. Mr. Schrader, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me ask Mr. Gazaway real quick. I do not have a form.
I do.
Oh, you got one? Come on up. Brandon, come on up.
Brady.
Get to go to work tonight, man.
Well, I'll wait, I just want everybody to know I really appreciate the opportunity, and I do look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Now it's supposed to.
Yeah. We still got a long ways to go tonight.
I know.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Look forward to working with you. And if you raise your right hand, I, Brandon Schrader,
Brandon Schrader,
do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear full-time
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Arkansas,
the Constitution of the State of Arkansas,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of City Council upon which I am now about to enter.
as long as I say.
And I will discharge the duties of the office. I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of City Council upon which I am now about to enter. There you go.
Thank you.
Now, we will move on with the next thing in our business and try to make this quick as long as Ms. Toddy can read. Somebody.
Rick, all in trouble.
That's a bad start, Brandon.
I know.
No, that's the second time it happened.
There's not one laying out there.
We'll look for an extra copy of the packet. Brandon, you got your phone on you?
I do. Got 2 old.
I want to email you these packets.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He got a copy right there.
Well,
You don't have a.
I don't have all the attachments for these, but all the resolutions.
You get it next.
You need to, we'll let you see the pictures for the combination. I'm going to shoot my iPad, then we got the needs.
All right, next up, this should be pretty quick, hopefully, is the 2024 budget reconciliation. You should have a copy of this. We're required to reconcile the budget every year and make sure that it balances out, and we run a balanced budget. This reconciliation was done, basically to make sure all the numbers were square and correct, and that they are in line with what they're supposed to be. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the reconciled budget.
I make a motion to approve.
Ernie Lane made a motion to approve.
I'll make a second.
John Paul Johnson, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
No? All right. That's it. Next thing is, on the agenda is Make-A-Wish roadblock. Ernie Link has requested permission to have the annual roadblock to raise money for Make-A-Wish. This has been a long-standing event and has been the only roadblock that's been allowed in the past several years by the city council. And we just need the council's approval on this, and I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion.
Bonnie Winkles made a motion.
Second.
Brett Parker second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to add one thing. If we get enough help, can we do the intersection at Walmart? We've done
I
it in
am
the
going to recommend no.
No.
That's too dangerous. There's too many different direction cars going everywhere. I know it'll be more for Make-A-Wish. I'm more about the safety of the people going to be there and the drivers. So that's my recommendation.
No problem.
All right, with that, I have a motion and a second. Ernie, you'll have to abstain from voting. So, aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. All right, and by the way, I do have a copy of their insurance, so good luck. I hope you raise a lot more than you did last year and the year before, even though both of those were very successful.
Thank you.
All right, next up, resolution number 1277. This is a resolution for condemnation of 617 West Speedway. Ms. Toddy, will you read the resolution, please?
Resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 617 West Speedway in the city of Truman to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance and for other purposes. Whereas the buildings and structures whose location is set forth herein are vacant and have become run down, dilapidated, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsafe, not fit for human habitation, and detrimental to the public welfare of Truman citizens and residents. And whereas the condition of such property constitutes a serious fire and health hazard to the city of Truman, and unless immediate actions are taken to remedy this situation by raising and removing said nuisance, there is a great likelihood that the surrounding property may be destroyed by fire originating from such unsafe and hazardous structures. And also that since structures are without proper sanitary facilities and as such are unsafe and hazardous and a breeding place for rats, rodents, and other dangerous germ carriers of diseases, such buildings constitute a serious hazard to the health and safety of the citizens of Truman, and they should be removed or raised for the purpose of eliminating such hazards. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Truman, Arkansas, Section 1, that the City Council hereby declares the buildings, houses, and other structures located at the property identified in Section 2 below to be vacant and run down, dilapidated, unsafe, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsanitary, a fire hazard, amendments to abutting properties with the current condition of said structures not being fit for human habitation, and because of such conditions, the City Council declares the same to be condemned as a public nuisance and is ordered raised and removed by the owner thereof. Section 2, that the owner of the record of our property is hereby directed to begin work to raise the structure and or structures to abate the said nuisance within 30 days and complete the work within 60 days after the posting of a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure constituted the nuisance described herein, to wit, Lot 5 of Block 16 of Poinsett Lumber and Manufacturing 3rd Subdivision, parcel number 555-00381-0000, to the City of Truman, Poinsett County, Arkansas, located at 617 West Speedway and owned by Bob and Bonnie Stott. Section 3, if work has not begun on the aforementioned structure and or structures to raise and or remove within 30 days, and work has not been completed within 60 days after posting a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure and or structures constituting the nuisance, the structure and or structure shall be torn down and or removed by the Director of Public Works or his duly designated representative. A citation may be issued for court and shall be deemed a misdemeanor upon conviction and shall be punishable by a fine of not less than $100, no more than $500, or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 30 days, or both at the discretion of the court. Each day after the aforesaid 30 days in which said nuisance is not raised and removed shall constitute a separate and distinct offense, punishable by a fine of $25 for each such separate and distinct offense. Furthermore, the City of Truman may file a lien on said property under Park Stock Code 14-54-901, 902, 903, 904 with the Circuit Court and/or the tax collector of the Poinsett County. Section 4, that the provisions of this resolution are hereby declared to be severable, and if any section, phase, or provision shall be declared or held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect the remainder of the sections, phrases, or provisions. Section 5, that this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
All right, do I hear a motion? Jason Stewart made a motion. John Paul Thompson second. Any discussion? Is there anyone here to stand for that property or speak on behalf of that property?
Which property, what's the address?
607 West Speedway.
One-
West Speedway. 617 West Speedway. If not, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed with no. All right. Next one is resolution number 1278. This is for condemnation of 912 Richardson. Mrs. Toddy, will you read the resolution, please?
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 912 Richardson in the City of Truman constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance and for other purposes. Whereas the buildings and structures whose location is set forth herein are vacant and have become run down, dilapidated, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsafe, not fit for human habitation, and detrimental to the public welfare of Truman citizens and residents, and whereas the condition of such property constitutes a serious fire and health hazard to the City of Truman, and unless immediate actions are taken to remedy this situation by raising and removing said nuisance, there is a great likelihood that the surrounding property may be destroyed by fire from such unsafe and hazardous structures, and also that since structures are without proper sanitary facilities and as such are unsafe and hazardous and a breeding place for rats, rodents, and other dangerous germ carriers of diseases, such buildings constitute a serious hazard to the health and safety of the citizens of Truman, and they should be removed or raised for the purpose of eliminating such hazards. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Truman, Arkansas, Section 1, that the City Council hereby declares the buildings, houses, and other structures located at the property identified in Section 2 below to be vacant and run down, dilapidated, unsafe, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsanitary, a fire hazard, a menace to abutting properties with the current condition of said structures not being fit for human habitation, and because of such conditions, the City Council declares the same to be condemned as a public nuisance and is ordered raised and removed by the owner thereof. Section 2, that the owner of record of the following described property is hereby directed to begin work to raise the structure and or structures to abate the said nuisance within 30 days and complete the work within 60 days. After the posting of a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure constituting the nuisance described herein, to wit, Truman Acreage, parcel number 555-02443-0000, to the City of Truman, Poinsett County, Arkansas, located at 912 Richardson and owned by David Duncan and John Tinton. Section 3, if work has not begun on the aforementioned structure and or structures to raise or remove within 30 days, and work has not been completed within 60 days after posting a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure and or structures constituting the nuisance, the structure and or structure shall be torn down and or removed by the Director of Public Works or his duly designated representative. A citation may be issued for court and shall be deemed a misdemeanor upon conviction and shall be punishable by a fine of not less than $100, nor more than $500, or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 30 days, or both, each day after the aforesaid 30 days in which said nuisance is not raised and removed shall constitute a separate and distinct offense punishable by a fine phrase or provision shall be declared or held invalid. Such invalidity shall not affect the remainder of the sections, phrases, or provisions. Section 5, that this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
All right, do I hear a motion? Monty Winkles made a motion.
Second.
Cindy Wood, second. Any discussion? Is there anyone here to speak for the property at 912 Richmond?
Yes, sir.
Your name, please?
Good evening.
Your name, please, sir?
I'm sorry,
Your name?
John Duncan.
John Duncan.
Yes.
Okay.
My brother lived in that house. He passed away in June. We are in probate, trying to settle all of his records and get everything done. Probate will not be over until sometime in April, May. We filed a couple of different times. Something happened one time and it got delayed. So that's why it's taken so long since June. I was hospitalized back in September. Have not worked since. Been a long few months. So if it's condemned, there is a financial problem here. And I'm here to ask the council to extend this condemning the property until I can get through probate.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What would be your plans once it comes out of probate?
David had money in the bank. I cannot touch that money until probate's over. And 912 Richardson, the church, the Pentecostal Street, is very, very interested in buying the property and cleaning the property up and putting a parking lot there. I have stayed in touch with the preacher ever since this has happened. I will call him tomorrow about what happened here tonight. And it's just, I'm just kind of shackled until probate's over. That's all.
I understand that, and on a personal level, I can understand where you're coming from, and I feel very sorry about your brother. We do not, our goal is not to go up here. Our goal is to either get them up to shape. We would a lot rather have somebody live in a house or have a, there. Understand where you're coming from, and that putting a parking lot in there will clean that up and make it look a lot better. So just understand, we're not here to just tear houses down. That's not what the goal is. Does anyone have a question or a comment or recommendation on this board?
I recommend we extend it to the probate period's over with.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to need a time. If we have to bring it back to council and extend it again, we can do that.
Can I ask Jimmy a question?
Yes, ma'am.
If it's in probate, can we condemn it?
Well, I think you can condemn it because it's unsafe, unfit, unsanitary, and all those things. I'm not sure, if the lien holder is what Gary found on any of that.
Yeah, there's no one but the previous owner. I didn't see whether there were liens or anything on the property, just the previous owner.
Yeah. And then I don't know, exactly who that property will ultimately pass to. I don't know if he had a will or, he had kids or, who knows exactly what the situation is in terms of who will get title to it. But it doesn't mean you can't condemn it, but if you want to put a lien on the property and you're trying to enforce it, you need to know who owns it. And that's not going to happen until title is cleared through probate. I don't know if that answers your question.
My name is actually on the title, but it's and that's what's got a strap. I can't do anything with it.
John Fenton, your brother?
I'm John.
You're John.
My
Fenton.
brother's David.
David.
Yes.
Okay.
He is, and I'm the sole survivor. I've actually got the Poinsett County to make me. They didn't use the word executor; they used it representative now. So I am legally the representative representative of the property. It's just $180 an hour. I just don't go back up to that lawyer's office and ask questions. I don't. I'm sorry. You know, it all comes back to my family life. And so
When did he say probate was going to be?
April, sometime mid-April.
Can we
It started
extend it for
sometime
90 days?
November.
I think we can table it for 90 days.
Yeah.
May.
I have to take back my motion. I rescind my motion to condemn.
Who made the second real quick?
Yeah. Rescind my second.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's been a long day. Even with the condemnation, since it's in probate, even if it's condemned, that passes the mind. We can't do anything with it until it comes out of probate anyway.
Yeah, you need to let title get vested in somebody. Now, he's the right person to talk about this. He's the person representative of the estate. It sounds like the only heir. And he's got some powers,
You got a plan?
You can, he can sell it with court approval. Even if when you're in the claims period, you can get special court approval sometimes to sell property. If the church wanted to buy it, somebody else takes it down, that'd probably be better for the city anyway.
Yeah.
He's got options that are available to him. And you could go ahead and condemn it tonight, and that still wouldn't really affect his options.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, one of the fixed options, and technically, with it still being in probate, we could drag our feet just a little.
The only thing it might affect might be the value you might get out of it if there was somebody that thought they were going to fix it up and try to bring it up to code or something like that.
There's no way.
I
get where you're coming.
I don't have any pictures. I gave my pictures away.
I think the easiest thing, in my opinion, would be to table it and then give him an opportunity to come back once it's taken care of, if it's done before the May council meeting, to come back and say, hey, I've got it taken care of, it's sold, here's the information, and then we can then take it off and just do away with it. If we do that, then we don't have to worry about condemnation. We're about Gary having to do all this paperwork and all this stuff on it being condemned and sent in. Then we give him time to get this done, get it out of probate. Then we can be done with it. Or if he comes back in May, or comes back in at the May council meeting and says, hey, probate's still going on, then we can take it up again. Okay, do we want to go ahead and condemn it now and let him go through probate and then drag the feet a little bit if we have to, whatever we need to do. But to me, I think that would be the easiest route. Y'all have to make that decision.
I'll make a motion to table it.
Second. Until
May.
May. Monty Winkle's made a motion to table this resolution until May, at the May council meeting. Ernie made the second. Any discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. All right. If you, Mr. Fenton, is that right? Fenton? Your last name Fenton?
Duncan.
Okay. It's got, your brother's name's Fenton.
No, my name's John Fenton Duncan. My brother's name's David Lynn Duncan.
Okay, I got you. Okay. This just says John Fenton.
Yes, that's
right, so
John Fenton Duncan.
If this works out, you get it sold prior to the May 12th council meeting. It's May 12th. The May council meeting,
Okay.
which is the second Tuesday of the month. Come and let me know, and then we'll make sure we get it on the council.
13.
Okay.
It's what day?
13.
May the 13th.
May 13th.
Okay.
Let me know so we can get it on the agenda. We can make sure we get it cleared out and dropped. If you don't, if you see that at the 1st of May that it's not going to be out of probate by then, if you don't mind coming, let me know so we can get it back on there and we can take care of the business the way we take care of it.
Okay. And just to let everybody know here, we have taken care of all the business areas to take care of in the house. We cut the electricity off at the pole. They've removed the gas meter. So it has made that rotten house, safer. Now if anybody gets in there, I don't think they will. It's, if they can break in somehow, there's no way you can live in that house. So, but we made it as safe as we could.
Yeah, and that's another one of the issues of why we push these to get these condemned houses, because the safety. We've actually had a person to die in a house that was condemned. So, it's a safety issue as well as crime and drug use, drug sales, stuff like that. So we appreciate you coming in, and you've got till May council meeting, and just let me know. We will keep you up with it.
Thank you.
Question, was your brother a dispatcher here years and years ago?
No.
He wasn't a different Duncan? Okay.
We both pretty much worked out of state for years and then go back. So. My father, Harold Duncan, was the fire chief for a few years.
Okay.
Back in the day, long time
Maybe
ago.
what I heard the name in.
So, thank y'all very much.
All right. Next on the agenda is resolution number 1279. This will be the condemnation of 832 Ellis. Ms. Toddy, will you read the resolution, please?
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 832 Ellis in the city of Trumann to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance and for other purposes. Whereas the buildings and structures whose location is set forth herein are vacant and have become run down, dilapidated, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsafe, not fit for human habitation, and detrimental to the public welfare of citizens and residents. And whereas the condition of such property constitutes a serious fire and health hazard to the city of Trumann, and unless immediate actions are taken to remedy this situation by raising and removing the said nuisance, there is a great likelihood that the surrounding property may be destroyed by fire originating from such unsafe and hazardous structures, and also that since structures are without proper sanitary facilities and as such are unsafe and hazardous and a breeding place for rats, rodents, and other dangerous germ carriers of diseases, such buildings constitute a serious hazard to the health and safety of the citizens and they should be removed or razed for the purpose of eliminating such hazards. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Trumann, Arkansas, Section 1, that the City Council hereby declares the buildings, houses, and other structures located at the property identified in Section 2 below to be vacant and run down, dilapidated, unsafe, unsightly, dangerous, a fire hazard, a menace to abutting properties, and with the current condition of said structures not being fit for human habitation, and because of such conditions, the City Council declares the same to be condemned as a public nuisance and is ordered raised and removed by the owner thereof. Section 2, that the owner of record of the following described property is hereby directed to begin work to raise the structure and or structures to abate the said nuisance within 30 days and complete the work within 60 days after the posting of a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place on the structure constituting the nuisance described herein, to wit, Trumann acreage parcel number 555-02431-0000 to the city of Trumann, Poinsett County, Arkansas, located at 832 Ellis and owned by Donald Trentham. Section 3. If work has not begun on the aforementioned structure and or structures to raise and or remove within 30 days, and work has not been completed without posting a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure and or structures constituting the nuisance, the structure and or structures shall be torn down and or removed by the Director of Public Works or his duly designated representative. A citation may be issued for court and shall be deemed a misdemeanor upon conviction and punishable by fine of not less than $100 nor more than $500 or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 30 days or both at the discretion of the court. Each day after the aforesaid 30 days in which said nuisance is not raised and removed shall constitute a separate and distinct offense punishable by a fine of $25 for each such separate and distinct offense. Furthermore, the city of Trumann may file a lien on said property under Arkansas Code 14-54-901, 902, 903, 904 with the Circuit Court and or Collector of Poinsett County. Section 4, that the provisions of this resolution are hereby declared to be severable, and if any section, phase, or provision shall be declared or held in valid, such invalidity shall not affect the remainder of the section's phrases or provisions. Section 5 of this resolution may be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
All right, do I hear a motion? Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion.
Kara? Kara Rose made a motion. A second.
I second.
Candida Robinson, second. Any discussion? And, sir, you're here, I'm assuming you're here for this.
Yeah.
Okay, come up here. Please.
Yeah, I was, actually,
Hold on. What's your name?
Doug Trenton.
Doug Trenton?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually surprised that it was deemed a nuisance anyway. The house has good roof, good structure, good everything. It has been empty for a while, but it's not no rotten floors or no, anything like that. And there's nothing owed on the property, taxes are paid, been kept up. It's sitting a block higher than it actually has to, but it has flooded before, but it won't now. And I was raised in the house, so I know that it's solid. And so I'm working on it.
Mr. Henry, can you address this one?
Sure. I mean, I stand by what I put in the report. It's dilapidated. It needs to come down. It's been empty for over a year and a half with no services, no one living in it. Last time I was in there, like I said, the floors had some problems, some other things. I mean, it's just one of those things sitting empty down there.
The floor is
Hold on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I will say this, and Mr. Trentham, I don't know you,
Right.
never met you, but I will say this. I've been in office for a little over 2 years,
Yeah.
and I have had numerous complaints on that property.
I agree.
And so
Yeah, it's just because of people that had in it, and I mean,
that's all I can stand for is that I've had numerous complaints on it.
well, you know,
So
that's my childhood home, and I just know it's
I understand.
solid, and I just,
I'm
I'm working on getting it done. I got a couple options to sell it, and so I really don't need it to be any kind of nuisance. There's no rats or mice or anything like that in it.
That's hard to believe. I got mice that's been in my house this year. I think everybody has.
Well, I know.
It's been a tough year.
Yeah, well, again, but
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Trentham?
keeping it up to what it is, so had it for a long time.
Do you have a plan of how long it might take?
Yeah, I've got some estimates and some things going on right now for it. Yes, I do.
Okay, can I ask the question? It's been vacant for a year and a half, and again, we've had all this complaints. Why have you not already done something?
Well, I just had it. I just had it. I'm ready to. So I am. You know, I've got some estimates and things coming to get it back rentable or sellable. Really, I plan on selling it. But
Any other questions for Mr. Trentham?
it'll be time to financial burden on me to you.
No, I just want to make a statement,
Okay.
actually, that, just so everybody else knows, even if we condemn it, he still has 60 days to, if you can get it completed in 60 days, then it will not,
90 days.
90 days, but
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
come
be,
back and tell us,
I mean, I just don't see anybody, I can't see anybody, I can get some work done on it, you know, I can do that for sure, those are my plans, but, the house is really not that bad, it's just not, it doesn't leak, but, you know, I know it does,
I
know
can
that
say
part.
this, Mr. Trentham.
It's got old boards on it.
Mr. Trentham, I can say this. We've had people in here with houses that look worse than yours
Yep.
that were able to get them done within 90 days.
Well,
And I mean, I'm saying it can be done. My issue is it's been a year and a half, and it's until we try to condemn it before you decide to do something with it.
that's not true, though.
Well, I mean, nothing's been done to it in a year and a half.
That's true.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. And so it's the council, I mean, we've got a motion and a second, and they've asked the questions, we've listened to you. I don't have a vote.
I know.
The council, unless you have another question or comment from anybody, at this time, since we do have, this issue, I'm going to ask for a vote. Again, if they vote to condemn it, you still got 90 days, and you can come back and petition the council again. If in 90 days it's not done, petition the council again to see what they can do. But I will tell you this: there should be a significant amount of improvement done if you come back within the 90 days. So, with that being said, I'm going to take a vote. All in favor of condemning this property, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Hearing none, the property will be condemned, and Mr. Henry will give you the information and just give you the next steps of what needs to be done.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trent.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is resolution number 1280. This is the condemnation of 601 Carlson. Ms. Toddy, will you read the...
Can I ask a question? Does she have to read every bit of this? Really?
Unfortunately, we've tried for 2 years. I know.
Okay. Just want to know.
So, go ahead, Ms. Toddy.
Resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 601 Carlson in the city of Trenton to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance and for other purposes. Whereas buildings and structures whose location is set forth herein are vacant and have become run down, dilapidated, and obnoxious, unsafe, not fit for human habitation, and detrimental to the public welfare of Trenton citizens and residents. And whereas the condition of such property constitutes a serious fire and health hazard to the city of Trenton, and unless immediate actions are taken to remedy the situation by raising and removing said nuisance, there is a great likelihood that the surrounding property may be destroyed by fire originating from such unsafe and hazardous structures, and also that since structures are without proper sanitary facilities and as such are unsafe and hazardous and a breeding place for rats, rodents, and other dangerous germ carriers of diseases, such buildings constitute a serious hazard to the health and safety of the citizens of Trenton, and they should be removed or raised for the purpose of eliminating such hazards. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Trenton, Arkansas, Section 1, that the City Council hereby declares the buildings, houses, and other structures located in the property identified in Section 2 below to be vacant, dilapidated, unsafe, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsanitary, a fire hazard, a menace to abutting properties with the current condition of said structures not being fit for human habitation, and because of such conditions, the City Council declares the same to be condemned as a public nuisance and is ordered raised and removed by the owner thereof. Section 2, that the owner of record of the following described property is hereby directed to begin work to raise the structure and or structures to abate the said nuisance within 30 days and complete the work within 60 days after the posting of a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure constituting the nuisance described herein, to wit, Lot 5 of Block A of F.E. Dennison's first subdivision, parcel number 555-01387-0000 to the city of Trenton, Quincy County, Arkansas, located at 601 Carlson and owned by Vance and Sharon McDaniel. Section 3, if work is not be done on the aforementioned structure and or structures to raise and or remove within 30 days, and work is not be done within 60 days after posting a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure and or structures constituting the nuisance, the structure and or structures shall be torn down and or removed by the Director of Public Works or his duly designated representative. A citation may be issued for court and shall be deemed a misdemeanor upon conviction and shall be punishable by a fine of not less than $100 nor more than $500 or term imprisonment for a term not to exceed 30 days or both at the discretion of the court. Each day after the aforesaid 30 days in which said nuisance is not raised and removed shall constitute a separate and distinct offense punishable by a fine of Circuit Court and/or tax collector of Poinsett County. Section 4, that the provisions of this resolution are hereby declared to be severable, and if any section, phase, or provision shall be declared or held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect the remainder of the sections, phrases, or provisions. Section 5, that this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
All right, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion.
Second. Bonnie Winkles made a motion to condemn. Ernie Lincoln, second. Any discussion? Is there anyone here to stand for that property? Speak for that property? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed is no. And next up is resolution number 1281. This is the condemnation of 825 North Ozark. And Ms. Toddy, will you read that resolution, please?
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 825 North Ozark in the city of Trenton constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance and for other purposes. Whereas the buildings and structures whose location is set forth herein are vacant and have become run down, dilapidated, and slightly dangerous, obnoxious, unsafe, not fit for human habitation, and detrimental to the public welfare of Trenton citizens and residents. And whereas the condition of such property constitutes a serious danger to the city of Trenton, and unless immediate actions are taken to remedy the situation by raising and removing said nuisance, there is great likelihood that the surrounding property may be destroyed by fire originating from such unsafe, hazardous structures, and also that said structures are without proper sanitary facilities, and as such are unsafe and hazardous, and a breeding place for rats, rodents, and other dangerous germ carriers such as diseases. Such buildings constitute a serious hazard to the health and safety of the citizens of Trenton, and they should be removed or raised for the purpose of eliminating such hazards. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Trenton, Arkansas, Section 1, that the City Council hereby declares the buildings, houses, and other structures located at the property identified in Section 2 below to be vacant and run down, dilapidated, unsafe, unsightly, dangerous, obnoxious, unsanitary, a fire hazard, or menace to abutting properties, with the current condition of said structures not being fit for human habitation, and because of such conditions, the City Council declares the same to be condemned as a public nuisance and is ordered raised and removed by the owner thereof. Section 2, that the owner of record of the following described property is hereby directed to begin work to raise the structure and or structures to abate the said nuisance within 30 days and complete the work within 60 days after the true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place on the structure constituted the nuisance described herein the wit. Lot 1 is Swaney subdivision, parcel number 555-02187-0000 to the city of Trenton, Poinsett County, Arkansas, located at 828 North Ozark and owned by Bob and Bonnie Stotts. Section 3. If work has not begun on the aforementioned structure and or structures to raise it or remove them within 30 days, and work has not been completed within 60 days, it is posted a true copy of this resolution at a conspicuous place upon the structure and or structures constituting the nuisance, the structure and or structures shall be torn down and or removed by the Director of Public Works or his duly designated representative. A citation may be issued for court and shall be deemed a misdemeanor upon conviction and shall be punishable by a fine of not less than $100, no more than $500, or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 30 days or both at the discretion of court. Each day after the aforesaid 30 days in which said nuisance is not raised and removed shall constitute a separate and distinct offense punishable by a fine of $25 for each such separate and distinct offense. Furthermore, the City of Trenton may file a lien on said property under Arkansas Code 14-64-901, 902, 903, 904 with the Secretary and/or the tax collector of Poinsett County. Section 4, that the provisions of this resolution are hereby declared to be severable, and if any section, phrase, or provision are held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect the remainder of the sections, phrases, or provisions. Section 5, that this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Made it. Do you hear a motion? Bonnie Winkles made a motion.
Second.
Carol Rose, second, to condemn this property. Any discussion? Is there anyone here to stand for or against this condemnation? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed is no. take care of that. Next, you should have in front of you an on-premises permit application for approval. This is for round one. You have the application in front of you. We passed the ordinance last month that requires this. They have their alcoholic beverage for on-premises consumption attached. We need, oh, I'm sorry, Randy. Is that an extra one?
I had two.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just saying I should have. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve this.
I'll make a motion.
Monty Winkler made a motion. Ernie Link second to approve. You did a second, didn't you?
Yes, that'd be right.
Okay. Any discussion?
So at this point, he does not intend to sell liquor.
At this point, the understanding is that we got from him was that his liquor permit has not been approved by the state yet.
Because when he filled this out originally, so he told me, we filled this where you could not have liquor.
Right.
So he had not applied for it, thinking that he could just give out beer and wine.
Well, that means he wasn't, that's what he told me, he wasn't completely truthful. Because I got both permit requests from ABC the same day. So I got the beer and wine permit request and the liquor permit request the same day. So now, why he hasn't received it from the state, that could be them dragging their feet or whatever. He can come back once he gets his license and fill out another one of these, and we'll bring it before the council again. But this will be, once this is approved, it does not have to be approved again unless it sells or he closes or what have you, or he has some kind of issues, some kind of legal issues or something that affects the city of Wayne. So this will be for the.
Is he open on Wednesday?
That was my question.
I don't know. I saw that, and
Does it need to be corrected?
yes, it does. What we can, I think you can do is you can approve it with the provision that he corrects that one way or the other. And I did see that. I meant to call. I've been slammed.
I'm fine with him being open on Wednesday. I just think he needs to provide the city with the correct paperwork.
I agree with you 100%. And actually, the first license request that he got to the state was incorrect. And I sent that message back to ABC, and they made him correct it, and he got it correct. And that wasn't a good time. This was probably him going through there real quick. And I honestly meant to get in touch with him and ask him about that. I've been slammed the last 3 or 4 days. So I think Mr. Gazaway can correct me and approve this upon the condition that issue be handled with him immediately.
What is it that you wanted to do?
It's just the days and hours of operation. Wednesday says NA to 12, and it just needs to be changed from either NA to NA or whatever time to 12.
If there's a motion to approve it, just a motion to approve, on the condition that he completes that section about his hours of operation on Wednesday.
So, do I hear a motion to approve? Bonnie made a motion. You mentioned it. Wait a minute.
Make a motion to approve with the amended time on Wednesday.
I second. You'll amend your first motion?
Yes.
Okay. And Ernie amends his second. All right. We got it clear now. Robert's rules. Any discussion on that?
Yeah, that's one I make care.
With no discussion, all in favor say aye. Opposed with no. All right. All right. I didn't mention dumpsters last time. Listen to me, John Paul, listen to what I'm saying. The last council meeting, I asked y'all to think about, an ordinance or resolution, determining how many dogs, or animals or whatever that people can have within the city limits. I'm going to ask you again to think about that more, and if you would, please send me an email, telling me your thoughts on that. We had a citizen that brought that up, and I told him that I would bring it up to the council. If you don't want to act, let it go, then we'll let it go. If you think we need to look more into it, maybe study it, get information from other cities, we'll do that. But I need some input from you, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is either right here, or you sending me an email, separate email, telling me your thoughts on that.
And you want to know about dogs that are in the backyard or dogs that are in your home?
Dogs, period.
Period.
It's just a part,
Inside or outside?
it just pertains to dogs though, correct?
Not dogs or any animals, however you want to put it.
Because if I got 5 snakes in my house, is that going to put me inside? You know?
The point is we can make an ordinance, write an ordinance the way it needs to be read, the way y'all agree and you think is the correct way.
Right.
Dogs, cats, horses, well, we ain't got horses, but I mean animals, period, whatever. It can be written that way. So I just give me some input because I've not heard anything, and I need some input so we know where to go. We don't need to let our citizen that made this complaint, we don't need to throw it off. So if y'all would send me some feedback on that. Now, to what we're going to discuss now, I had some other, several actually, comments and suggestions about commercial businesses having their dumpsters enclosed. The reason for that, and you can drive around anywhere commercial, that especially the restaurants that have commercial businesses that have these dumpsters that are not enclosed, winds come up and there's trash all across the streets, all across people's yards and stuff like that. So some dumpsters are enclosed. I think KFC, McDonald's, and some of those are. But the question was brought and the suggestion was made that we pass an ordinance that requires commercial dumpsters to be enclosed. So
Any commercial business.
That's the way we want to put it.
So, I would like a little bit of clarification on what we're talking about. When we say enclosed, are we talking about a 4-wall or 3-wall and gated enclosure that these are in, or are we talking about the dumpster's got to have a lid on it?
So we're talking about a 3-wall gated or 4-wall enclosure, having the dumpsters enclosed to keep the wind from blowing the trash.
And to hide the dumpster from...
And to hide it from,
Would we have to limit the size of the dumpster? If you have one this big, then it has to go behind the,
that's
you know what
up
I'm
to you,
saying?
that's up to you, yes. We can, however the ordinance needs to be written, if y'all think that we need to do it in certain sizes or how we need to do it, that's fine. We can do it any way we need to do it. But this, again, is kind of like the dogs. I need some feedback. I'm not just going to go and write it, and nobody be for it, and nobody have any suggestions or whatever. So I'm just asking you, think about it, give me some feedback on this, what your thoughts are. And then if everybody thinks we need to look at that, I'll do a proposal and send it to you, look at it, send it to Mr. Gazaway and probably Ms. Lee, make sure we're legal on everything, and then we'll make that proposal. So that's what I'm asking there. All right, next, you have a list of committees for 2025. If your contact information is not correct, please let me know. Brandon, I will get you on one and let you know where you're at on that. And just give me
Is there a certain date that we meet, or are they all different?
It's all different. Some of them don't even meet that. The type of person I am, I don't meet unless we have to. Unless we got business to talk about. I don't meet shoot with so some of these committees, again, like Public Works Committee, we've got a meeting at the end of the month because we need to have a meeting. Some of them won't even meet for the whole year. some of them may meet once a year, so whatever. So it varies. Normally, those meetings are at 6 o'clock at night. Most of them, if it's ones that I call, they'll be at 6 o'clock at night to give you time to get home. And unlike tonight, I try to make it as quick as possible, but it don't always work out that way. You still got to take care of business, no matter how long it takes. We got to take care of business.
Preferably, if you're making that decision, I've got quorum court two Mondays of the month, of each month. And
You'll just have to remind me that, honestly,
okay.
I won't remember that.
But I'll shoot you an email and you do it.
All right. And finally, next up, the state of the city, and this will be my mayor's report also. And I'll give you the state of the city for 2024. And the past year, I can confidently say that 2024 has been a fantastic year for the city of Truman. We have made great strides in improving our community, and I am incredibly proud of the progress that we've achieved together, including our council for sure. One of the biggest highlights of the year has been our financial stability. At the end of 2023, we were able to give significant raises to all city employees while still improving our infrastructure and operations. By the end of the year, we had over $140,000 more in our account than we did when we started the year. Going into 2024, we continue to maintain those raises while also making key citywide improvements. One major financial decision was made was to pay off our roll-off truck at $120,000. This saved us about $9,000 in interest. Despite this major expense, we still ended 2024 with an additional $191,612 in our accounts. This is a testament to the diligent budget management by our department heads and employees. Even with unexpected costs, costly well motor and pump right out here, I'll remember that. We remain financially strong. By the way, that motor and pump and all that cost right at $50,000. So, again, even after that, we still had that much additional in the account. This year, we also saw great progress in our infrastructure. In 2023, we received a Street Aid grant to overlay 2.6 miles of city streets. Originally, we expected to have to contribute $37,000 to complete this project, but the bids came in much lower than expected, which means that we will be able to overlay even more than 2.6 miles of city streets in 2025. And they have taken the bids, and those streets should be overlaid sometime this year. It's up to them with their mercy. I will be pushing them to get it done sooner than later. The TAPS grant awarded for the Sunken Lands Trail is also moving forward. While grant-funded projects take time, we are now nearing the construction phase of Phase 1, and we are actively working on securing funding for Phase 2, which Mr. Campbell talked about this evening in his report. We had a meeting yesterday to discuss this, and we didn't know if we needed to go ahead and move on with the Phase 2 grant application, or if we needed to wait until at least got Phase 1 started. And RDOT suggested that we go ahead and apply for the grant for Phase 2. Even though we don't know the exact trail, we've got a pretty good idea. Let's see, where was that? One of our major accomplishments of 2024 was launching the Real-Time Crime Center. This was starting with a $10,000 grant from Burlington Northern Santa Fe. It has already played a crucial role in assisting criminal investigations, and as we secure more funding, its impact will only grow. Additionally, we added an officer and firefighter to our team. That was included in the budget that we were still $191,000 more than we started with. Training has been a priority across all departments. and we even hired a dedicated grant writer while also sending one of our employees grant writing courses to ensure we continue receiving vital funding. She has received her first, approved for her first grant, and she's already sent in 2 or 3 more grants, so she is actively applying for grants. Another huge win for our city was securing a $2 million EDA grant and a $762,000 DRA grant to fund our new Clearwater tank and treatment facility. As with many major projects, there's a lot of paperwork and government protocols to navigate, such as the fire station, while we're just along on that. But we're getting close to breaking ground, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that our old tank holds up until the new one is completed. If you've not looked at the old tank, you might want to drive by and look at it. On second thought, you might not want to drive by and look at it. It's scary.
Which one's is?
The big Clearwater tank back here. Oh, the Nixon tanks. We've also made great strides in public transportation. While the shuttle bus service started out slowly, it has gained traction, and we've even added a half-day route to Bay. This service is being funded by the city of Bay, but it brings shoppers to Truman, making it a win-win for both communities. Our fire station rebuild has been a long process due to governmental protocols and supply chain delays, but we're finally nearing completion. If everything stays on track, we hope to have it finished by the end of February, 1st of March. We also completed work on 3 lift stations that we've been focusing on since 2023. Touching on the fire station, I talked with Terry Adams. He's the supervisor out there, and he told me he is pushing hard to get the firemen moving in and moved in by the 1st of March, and maybe the first week of March of them actually being able to operate out of there while he is still working on the landscape. I want to also say this, that when we have the ribbon cutting, we will try to have it closer to the end of the evening where hopefully most of you can get off. We don't want it too late, but have it when maybe most of you can be off and you can be there for that and take the tour. We're going to try to make a big deal out of this because it's a big deal for our guys and for our city. Yes, sir. Our library has continued to grow, and one of the most exciting new additions is the Children's Corner, where guest readers visit and engage children in different crafts and activities and read to them. It's been a big hit. I've heard lots and lots of positive comments on that over the summer and since then. And it's going to continue on. I'm also looking for funding to expand both the library and the museum since we are running out of space. My goal is to promote these resources even more in the coming year and attract more visitors. If you've not been in the library and the museum lately, you might want to stop by and look at it and see what I'm talking about. We need more space. And I think that we could probably get a grant to extend on the back side, just go back and on both buildings or both rooms and have more space. And shouldn't be too expensive. And again, hopefully we can get some grants for that. I'm hoping y'all hear more about that as the year goes on. Another significant step forward is passing staggered returns for council members, which will go into effect in 2026. This will ensure continuity and stability in our city's leadership. Just so, in case you have any questions about it, in 2026, all of you will be running for a 4-year term. All of you will be running for a 2-year term. In 2020, you will not run. You will be running for a 4-year term. Us have a staggered 4-year term, and you will only run every 4 years after that. Hopefully that's clear as mud. I'm also incredibly proud of the Mayor's Youth Council, which has taken off this year. These young people represent the future of Truman, and by teaching them about city government now, we are setting our community up for success in the years ahead. The Youth Council has been actively fundraising and promoting our city, and we hope to have even more members this year. We've made great progress in improving our sports complex by adding security cameras and beginning renovations on the concession stand and bathrooms. Our new director and deputy director of sports, parks, and events have done an excellent job revitalizing our programs. And yes, John Paul, we still have a long way to go, but progress is progress. And we're excited about that. The water department has been working hard on repairing leaks in the sprinkler system that water the fields, which will save about $30,000 compared to replacing the system entirely. So that's another way that we've looked at saving money. Yes, it's taking a little bit longer, but we're getting it done, and we're going to be able to water the fields. This is a good one. Crime rates in Truman continue to decline, with a 28% reduction in 2024 following a 25% drop in 2023. This is a direct result of proactive policing and increase in officers and our commitment to community-oriented policing. Police officers and the police department have done a good job. This is a reduction in overall crime of all crimes put together. About 28% reduction. Some of those 50% reduction, some of them 15%. But the total reduction is 28. Chief Redmond and his team continue to look for innovative ways to protect our city. We have also been working hard to improve street lighting, replacing broken lights and adding new ones in key areas to enhance safety. At one time, we had, that we know of, 86 street lights that were out. Most of those were Entergy. I think about 12 were Craighead Electric. Craighead, I think all but one of theirs fixed, and one's got some more work to be done to it. Entergy, I'm not sure how many they've got fixed of the 70-something they had. Also, we have added some new lights in places that need light. We've got lights on West Main Extended past the high school. We've got new street lights out there. They're not as bright as I hope they would be. The problem is the poles are so far away from the road, we had to try something. They don't have arms long enough to reach across the road. So we're looking at that. With Craighead Electric, they've been very gracious, and we're going to try to help that and make it even brighter in that area. If you know of a place that is very dark and there's a lot of traffic in that area, and we need a street light, let me know so I can go look at it. James and I and Jason will look at it and see if it truly needs to be there. Then we'll see about getting a street light put in there. Keep in mind we have to pay the bill on these lights, and it's pretty expensive. But you can't put a price on safety either. We have to keep our citizens safe. Cleaning up our city has also been a major focus, as you've seen tonight. We condemned 5 more houses this year that we condemned in 2023, plus the 5 we did tonight. While demolition is sometimes necessary, we always prefer to see properties rehabilitated and brought back to life. In 2024, we demolished 10 houses and had 4 property owners voluntarily raise their condemned properties. These efforts not only beautify our city, but also eliminate dangerous structures that could pose risk to children or be used for illegal activities such as drugs. And I will add to this, and I just thought about it, we have had several houses that were condemned that were actually purchased by and rebuilt and brought up to be fairly nice houses. That's what we want. We want people in the houses. That's what we want to say and look good. Drainage improvements have also been a priority. We have mapped several of our ditches and continue working to improve water flow. We are actively seeking grant funding for a larger excavator to help keep beaver dams clear, as these dams have contributed significantly to our drainage issues. Excuse me. As we discussed earlier, the beaver dams is a big problem. Dam 463, one of our main drainage areas for Cherry Street in this area over here is one of the main areas. We had a beaver dam at Stout Road on the culvert that was stopping the water. We got it cleared out. The very next day, the beavers had rebuilt the dam inside the culvert about midway. So it makes it even harder to get those out. Anyway, we are working on that. We're also looking at a lot of other drainage issues to try to work and get drainage better in Truman. Again, like I told you several times, and I know all of you know this, Truman was built in a hole. We're low, we're gonna get one. If you don't believe me, go out and look at what 3 inches of rain got us. So we try to get this out as fast as we can, but we have to do what we can do. Made another significant purchase this year, a street sweeper. While it will take some time to get all our streets clean, once we complete the initial sweeping, regular maintenance will be much easier. We financed part of this purchase, but hope to have it paid off entirely by the end of the year. Again, that saved finance charges and saved us some money on that. I am thrilled that we had around 25 new businesses to open in 2024, with many more in the works for 2025. Chamber Director Bob Sal and I have spent over a year in negotiation with the rice plant that could eventually create 130 to 150 jobs in the next 3 years. We're hopeful to finalize this deal within the next week or so. And I left Mr. Gazaway out. He's kind of helped us on that quite a bit as well, so we thank him too. We look forward to this being a reality and hope that we can make that announcement very soon. Our holiday celebrations were bigger than ever in 2024. The Christmas parade was even larger than last year's record-breaking. We expanded our Lighting Up the Town initiative, encouraging more homes and businesses to decorate for the season. We also continued our holiday food drive, collecting nearly 1,100 pounds of food for local families. Looking ahead, I'm excited for what 2025 will bring. The future of Truman is bright, and with continued dedication from our citizens, city employees, and members, we will make this community an even better place to live. Thank you for your support, and let's make 2025 the best year yet. And I'll give y'all, again, I've never done any of this by myself. This is all in y'all's help. Any questions, comments on that? If not,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
can't get it.
Police chief here.
No.
He hadn't really been leaving. Gary's here.
Gary.
Ernie, I've talked to him.
No, I'm not talking about
my
that. What's the standard procedure on getting an accident report? I've had 4 citizens come to me.
Okay, can we talk to that after the meeting?
Okay.
Yeah, you just call up here and ask Tammy, the administrative assistant, she should be able to help you out.
Okay.
Talk to me after.
Okay.
Do we have anybody on the list for open public comment?
No. Who's second?
Need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Bonnie Randall made a motion to adjourn. John Thompson second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, stay here.
Start coughing.
Jimmy, I feel real bad. I think I'll explain that.
That actually,
They don't know.
I'll say the problem I would do.
I don't have a particular time revision. My TV's on all night. I've never set time. I get over to the bathroom, come back, it's still it's good for sometimes it kicks out somewhere in the middle of the night. Noise don't bother me. Maybe I'll wake up in a good one.
Well, that's true.
See y'all.
And I'm No, but it's clean down the inside. Water can get
I will say anything that keeps the beaver out is going to catch the leaves. It's going to pile up. We just need to hunt beaver. We'll have a